here's the stove, and this handle here just feels really springy. I was turning it and nothing was happening. It's supposed to turn like this. You just turn it on and the light comes on. Now this one's still working. This one's not working. So I called my appliance friend and he gave me a switch. It's a big switch that's got different fittings on the back. So I should be able to pull this front off. In order to pull this front off, I have to pull the stove away from the counter a little bit. I've got to turn the power off and everything. Then I can get to the side screws to pull this front piece off. But I just wanted to show you this, how springy it was. And I pull this off and I've noticed that it's missing a screw. And let's get you in there a little closer. Whoopsie. You see that screw there? Oh, look at that. It came right out. My tip is magnetic, so that's kind of helpful. There's no screw on this side. And, you know, before I do that, before I take this all apart, I better check this one more time. Maybe this handle right here is spinning in there, because before when I had this on I would turn this back and forth and nothing was happening and it felt really funny. And you know what? Maybe it doesn't need this switch at all. Maybe I can line this back up, and I know, see, this is kind of cocked at an angle and I know that has to be straight up and down. And see, all I have to do, this one here is off. I just pull this straight off. I see that that is facing straight up and down. This one's off at an angle. I'm going to have to slide that over. If I do that, I can see where the mounting screws are. So I'm going to gently put this one back on. That. And I think I can get my needle nose right like that. Kind of turn it, and yeah, I can see where the screw holes are. I think that's it. I should be able to hold that. I might be able to get this started again, hopefully. Come on there. I think I got it. Before I tighten it up, I want to get this lined up straight, like that. I can use it right there. Tighten this up. I don't want to over tighten it. Oh no. I think I just stripped it. Maybe it was stripped from before. Let's try this side here. See, there was a screw missing from before. Now maybe that's why. You know what? I think both of these are stripped out. Darn. Think I got it fixed. Got it figured out. This screw that was in there that's stripped out, it's not very long. It's maybe a 1/4 inch long. And I found some longer screws. The threads are just wood threads, and I didn't really care about that. And I tried to put this in all the way, and it didn't work. And it didn't work because I think this screw, these threads were too long. And I really probably shouldn't have done that anyways, because you know, the other one looks like this inside there. And where the screws go, I don't know what's on the back side, or what this longer threaded area might hit, you know? And so I ended up putting a long screw in there, and then I put the handle back on, and I couldn't get it to turn either way. So here's the thing with these handles. You can't turn them either way unless you push in on it. Now to push in, then you can turn it to high, or you can turn it towards low and turn it around that way. And then when you turn it to off, it pops back out. And it wasn't doing that when I had the long screws in there. So I took a screw like this. I thought I'll just try to cut it down about halfway and just put in a little piece and see what happens, and maybe that'll give me enough slop to put it on. And sure enough, I put it on there, and now I can push in on this, and look at that. I was all gung-ho ready to pull this all out and do everything, because I was so certain that this had to go, because I had checked it out once before. Well, I didn't check it out all the way, did I? Had I checked it out a little bit more, I would have known I could have fixed this before I ordered the part. Man, I'm glad I checked it again this time, because had I not, I would have taken this all out, put this $50 part in there, spent a couple hours maybe replacing this, thinking I was doing good, throwing this away, and all to find out it was only because the threads were stripped. Wow.